Okay, so if you're doing the beginner's video, continue on with me through this, and if you're doing the advanced one where we finish it with high detail, go ahead and skip to the next part. Okay, so next for this, we are going to take our medium flat brush like this, and we're going to give the rabbit a little bit of fur, or the bunny. I don't know, what's the difference between a rabbit and a bunny? Do you know, Jet?
A rabbit is kind of not really fluffier than a bunny.
Oh, a bunny's fluffier than a rabbit? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Their ears are a little different.
Oh. I think I just lost Are You Smarter Than a 7-Year-Old? Alright, so this is just black and white mixed together. And what we're going to do is start down here. And for fur, all that you do is just a little mark like this. And you just want to give it some space in between all of the gray that you did. I'm going to make it just a little bit darker. It's not quite, it's a little bit too light for me. You want it to be a little bit lighter than the fur underneath, but not way lighter. So it's just a bunch of marks with this brush. We're gonna do pure white just by itself. What we're gonna do is little cheeks. So we're gonna do a little bit of color in the eye. So grab your smallest brush, whichever one it is, and get a little bit of brown and mix it with some white. And for this, all you're gonna do are just a few lines in the brown part of the eye. So you're gonna start where the black is and go out. And we're just gonna do that all the way around the eye like this. And if you want to, you can go back over the dark if you covered any of it with your fur, like I did. And then the final touch on the eyeball is going to be the same brush, and you're just going to get a little bit of white on the end, and you're just going to do one white dot right there. And it kind of just makes them look alive. Really cool. All right, so now let's finish up its ears. We're gonna do the same thing we did here with the fur, but we're just gonna use pink, like a really, really light pink. So it needs to be lighter than the pink you used here. And just do the same thing, little dots, little minus marks all the way down. That. You can even put a little bit of pink if you want to on the top of its nose. I'm going to do that. All right. So now we're going to do some of the pale, and all you're going to do is keep this middle brush that you had here, grab some black and white, Make kind of a lighter gray color. Throw a tiny bit of blue in there. I know, weird, right? And I'm gonna take that and just make, this is gonna be like the rim of the pail. So right where it meets the grass, you're just gonna kind of make an edge out of this lighter color. Gonna go all the way over to the little chickadee over here. And then you're gonna add a little bit more blue and a little bit more black to it. And all we're gonna do is lines like this that go all the way down. Then if you want to, you can grab your smaller brush, one of your smaller brushes, and we're gonna grab some white. Mix it in with that blue color you just had. Quite a bit of white because you want it to be a lot lighter. And a little bit of yellow. And we're gonna make a reflection on the pail. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start down here and pick wherever you want it to be, but we're just gonna start making some lighter like brush marks that go all the way up. And this is just where the light would be reflecting on the pail. And you can go ahead and do a little bit on the side right here. And kind of just follow that all the way up to right there. And go ahead and do the same thing along the bottom. Like that. And then we're gonna add just a little bit more along the rim up here that we did. And I think that's a pretty good little bucket. If you want to, you can add some bright white, kind of give it more of a look of reflecting in just a few of the spots like that. And don't forget the little handle that we have over here. It's not showing very much, so it's easy to forget it. Okay, so let's add in some grass down here. We're gonna do it on these dark areas here. So we want the grass color to be a little bit lighter green than what's here already. So we're gonna take the dark green and a little bit of lighter green, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of white. Dark green, light green, yellow, and white. Kind of all the same amount of each one. So you get this kind of lighter lime green color. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna start back here and then work our way forward. So let's start over here, and you want the blades of grass to be a little bit smaller over here because they're further away. And all this is just lines that are going this way because grass would be growing up. So you don't want your lines to go this way because grass doesn't grow this way. So just keep doing that. And like I said, we're gonna work our way down. So do it over here. Don't get it on top of the stems. Do it over here. And it's okay if you want a couple of pieces to go up in front of the bucket. That'll be really cute. Just like that. And work our way down. Right. That is pretty cute. What I'm gonna do now is just add in a couple more blades of grass with a little bit of the darker green color, just that go up right next to these here. And this is just a dark green. Like that. Perfect. All right. right, let's finish up this leaf over here. So we're gonna take that lighter green color we were just using on the grass, and all we're gonna do is fill in the top half of the leaf with it like this. Cut it in half right down the middle, fill it in, but leave a little bit of the dark on the edge right there. And then we're gonna take that same color and make some lines that go out like this. And then take your darker color that we had, it's just dark green and a little bit of black, not very much, and make some lines that go on the opposite side. And you have a leaf. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of a dark along the bottom of these stems just because I want to separate them from the grass more. So I'm just taking dark green and black and I'm going along the bottom of the stem on each one, just so they look like they're standing out from the grass more. See how it separated it? And then this is just a really, really watered down black, and I'm doing the same thing to separate this from the fur. There we go. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Okay, so let's do the fun part. We're gonna do the Easter eggs.
That's always the fun part.
Yeah, it is. What I'm going to do is take some white and add just a touch of yellow, not very much because we want these to be really pastel colors. And you're going to do some dots on the blue one. You can decorate these any way you want. I like dots and stripes for my Easter eggs, but you can do zigzags or thunder and lightning or emojis, whatever you want. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other ones. I'm going to use blue on the yellow egg and make some stripes. That. And then I'm going to also use blue on the red egg, or the pink egg, I guess. Make some stripes and dots. Stripe and dot. Okay. Looking good. So, and remember, you can pause it at any time if you need to catch up. It's totally fine. Just take your time. I'm going to move on and go ahead and do some of the background here. So it's going to be simple. I'm not going to do a whole lot. Just going to kind of make it look like the sun is shining back here. So we're going to take some white and your kind of medium flat brush here. And what we're going to do is just pick where you want the sun to be. I'm going to do it over here since we have the lighter stuff on the flowers and stuff over here. So it makes sense that the light is coming from this way. So basically you're just going to put a little bit of white up here. And this is just like the sunlight coming through. And you're gonna start kind of making little strokes, like spread them out more as you get further away from the fence. So down here they'd be really spread out. And this would be like a really stylized painting, which that means that it doesn't have to look exactly like sun or sunlight. You're kind of just giving it the feeling of sun with your paint and brush and the way you use it, which is a really great way to paint because it's really personal. Like anybody can decide how they want to represent the sun in their painting or the sunlight. So all that I am doing is just going like that. Very short little marks on the page, on the canvas. And then as you want to concentrate them closer together over here. And then as you get further away, you're going to spread them apart more. That's it. Just leave some of the green showing in between them. And even though we didn't paint a sun, now it looks like there's sunlight coming this way, huh? It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna add a little bit of white to the rim over here of this bucket to make it look like the sun is reflecting off of it. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the sides of the eggs, the side that's closest to the sun. So just like this. Alrighty, so we're gonna do the fence and then we're gonna do the chicks and we'll be all done. So for the fence, we are gonna use that same medium brush. We're gonna make some gray, lighter gray, so it's gonna be mostly white with a little bit of black. And what we're gonna do is, if the fence board is going up, the strokes are gonna go up, and if the fence board is going this way, the strokes are gonna go this way. So first you want to start at the bottom, and you're gonna use the sharp edge, don't use the flat edge. Use it like this, and make lines that go up. And basically what you're doing is trying to imitate wood grain. So you really wanna use the bristles of your brush to let it look like rough. And wood grain isn't always perfectly straight. Sometimes it goes and there's a little knot in the wood, so you can do that if you want to. Pretty good for the fence. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
Thanks, Jess.
Awesome.
You're sweet.
Everybody's awesome.
Okay, let's move on to the chicks. And remember, you can pause if you need to. It's totally fine. You laughing at the word chicks?
I was like, I made a weird sound. I don't know how.
You're fun.
It was matte wax. It appears sometimes.
It's okay, but you're funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so grab one of your smaller brushes. I'm using one of my really, really small flat brushes. And we're gonna start with their eyes. And basically you're just gonna grab a little bit of white on the very tip of your brush like this and give it a little dot, just like you did with the rabbit. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Not rabbit, bunny.
You almost said rabbit.
I know, I
You
said
scared me too.
I said rabbit and then I corrected myself. Okay. And then next we are going to make a really light yellow color. So just some white and some yellow. And use that same brush. We're going to do a little bit of fluffy fur on the chickadees. a little bit of space right by their eye. Okay, so once you have that done, you go ahead and grab the smallest brush that you have, this, and we are going to give their beaks and their feet a little bit of definition with that same light yellow color. So it's just yellow and white mixed together. And what you're going to do is draw a line along the top of their beak right there, and one down the middle for their mouth. Same with the other one, right on the top, and then one in the middle. And then with their feet, you're just gonna go along the top of where their talons would be and kind of just go along the edges like that. It just gives them a little bit of definition so they don't look like blobs. There we go. Okay. So if you like this, you're welcome to stop here. Or what I'm gonna do is write Happy Easter on here so that you can give it to a friend or a family member if you want to. So I'm gonna show you how to do that if you wanna do that. If not, go ahead and just stop right now. So I'm gonna do it right over here because I think that would be a nice spot for it. All right. And if you want to, and I'm totally going to because it makes the letters pop more, I'm gonna take a small brush and just put a little bit of white on the end of it. And just go over the tops of the letters really lightly. And it makes it kind of stand out and look cool. So awesome. I'm doing a happy dance, but y'all can't see me. It's awesome. I'm happy. Happy Easter!